Teammates is a school-based mentoring program founded by Tom and Nancy Osborne in 1991. This past school year, as you heard earlier, we served over 10,000 students in over 170 communities across 5 states. And our research shows that when a student has a mentor, they improve their grades, attendance, and behavior in school. Now, all new mentors participate in training before they are matched with a mentee. During this training, we talk about several concepts with new mentors that provide a great foundation for leaders. So I'm honored to be here today to share these concepts with you. The first concept is to be consistent. As a mentor, being consistent means showing up for your mentee week after week. Showing up tells the mentee that you care and provides a basis for building a relationship. A mentor is a promise keeper and a trust builder. And you remind students that they matter. Leaders are promise keepers and trust builders too. One of the keys to building leadership and trust is consistently showing up as your authentic self and encouraging your team members to do so as well. We all know Brené Brown's quotes on authenticity. She says it's the daily practice of letting go who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we really are. She talks about imperfection, showing vulnerability, having compassion, and believing we are enough. I think of authenticity as being your true self and having the courage to say what you really think in a way that maintains trust and respect. As a leader, creating an environment where team members say the hard thing and have a real conversation is tough. No one wants to tell the leader that their idea won't work, but being a leader, I need my team to be honest, to find holes in my ideas, so together we can build a better plan. The inability to have a real conversation about the things that matter kills relationships. It kills culture and ultimately organizations. As leaders, we don't always have the right path. We need our team to authentically speak their truth and share their perspective in order to make good decisions. And it starts with the leader. If you're holding back, not asking for help, it's unlikely your team will. Sometimes we may not even consciously realize that we are not being authentic. For me, I know I'm holding back when an issue stays in my head, stays with me. It will continue to pop in my head on my drive or when I'm at the park with my 7-year-old daughter. When this happens, I know there's a reason. There's something that I need to address. And I ask myself, what is the real conversation I need to have? Then as a leader who wants to show up consistently as my authentic self, I say what I think in a way that attempts to maintain trust and respect. The second concept is focus on what's right. So as a mentor, we have the privilege of focusing on what's right with our mentees. We utilize Clifton Strengths Finder as a tool to help our matches and our staff discover their natural talents. As a leader, most of our time should be spent focusing on our team members' talents, the things that make them special and a valuable member of the team. Of course, there are times when we must manage behaviors that are inconsistent with expectations. However, I firmly believe that most people want to do the right thing. The value that we show others is reflected in their behaviors. And amazing things happen when leaders provide clear expectations and reinforce what their capable team members are doing right. At Teammates, we reinforce the natural talents of our team members by strength spotting each other on a regular basis. We also consider strengths in deciding roles for projects and new assignments. We keep a strengths chart that we utilize in staff meetings and provide individual coaching. This culture helps employees know themselves and helps us all identify where we can add the most value. And it allows me to have a language for reinforcing how they are contributing to achieving our goals. For Teammates mentees, this focus on strengths leads to increased engagement, and most importantly, increased hope for the future. Throughout my career, I've had a lot of opportunities to take a lot of these tools, strengths and EQ and emergenetics and PI. I find value in all of them. And I believe it matters less which tool you use, but more importantly, how you use it. Building a culture where your team understands themselves and knows that's a priority will help your team see value in their uniqueness. It will also encourage them to show up consistently as their authentic self. The third concept is let your mentee lead. As a mentor, we let our mentee determine how we spend our time together. Some mentees like to play Uno, some want to learn about all the places they dream of visiting, and some, like mine, just want someone to listen. By asking your mentee, what do you want to do today? You show that you care about the things they care about and help them practice voicing their wants and needs. As a leader, sometimes the most important thing we can do is to step back and give someone else the chance to lead. The art of leadership is knowing when to lead and when to take the back seat. Very early in my career, I had a manager who did this for me. The state had just passed some sweeping legislation impacting our organization. With multiple work groups managing dozens of projects, the sheer volume of work required that we divide and conquer. So here I was, 24-year-old me, fresh out of law school, convening and leading meetings of executives twice my age with decades of business experience. And they were asking me what to do and to lead them through the change process. Most of the time, I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. But I learned. I learned to facilitate conversations. I learned to identify and break down barriers and to move quickly and decide and act. And most importantly, I learned to be authentic in sharing my unique voice and perspective. Providing that safe environment for team members to lead in their own way is critical for growth for both the team and the leader. So these 3 leadership lessons: show up consistently as your authentic self, focus on what's right, and let others lead, is how we introduce mentors to teammates. Through our programs, we're not only positively impacting 10,000 mentees, we're providing leadership lessons for over 10,000 mentors. We often hear from mentors that they think they get more out of their mentoring experience than their mentee. And our research indicates that mentors do leave their mentoring time more hopeful for the future and more engaged in their work. As a teammates mentor for over 12 years, I can attest to this. And being a mentor has helped me to be a better leader, a better mom, and a better person. Thank you.